Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today the Phoenix Suns have bought out three-time All-Star 2020-21 All-NBA Bradley Beal. Made the big trade for Bradley Beal, trading Chris Paul and a bunch of draft picks and Landry Shamet for Bradley Beal, and just the deal never really worked out. He missed a total of 29 games in both seasons, with the Phoenix Suns playing 53 games each season. And look, I think this is my opinion. Some people might judge me off of this. I think the numbers weren't bad for Beal. 17 points per game and 18 points per game in 2 seasons for Beal. Where you're playing next to Devin Booker and you're playing next to Kevin Durant, right? Well, the way I look at it is a guy that's the third option next to Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, 2 great scorers, and he's averaging 17 and 18 in 2 different seasons. That's not bad, but that's not the problem of his game. You don't look at Bradley Beal and say, oh, he's playing bad. No, you look at it and say, he's playing bad when the money he's making, the contract he is on, right? In what world is 17 points per game bad or 18 points per game bad like Beal has put up the last 2 seasons? Because that's not going to be bad when you have a player like Beal who's playing next to Kevin Durant and Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. And so look at Austin Reeves, for example. Austin Reeves playing next to Luka and LeBron, averaged 20 points per game. That's not bad for a third guy on the team. And who knows what the numbers were with Luka and LeBron on the floor. And so even though you're a 3-time All-Star like Bradley Beal, you have to take a step back when you're playing next to guys like Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, 100%. And so I think you could look at a couple other, third best players on the team in the league that have to kind of take a step back. Here's you can look at a guy that's going to be a new teammate of Bradley Beal. Look at James Harden when he went to Brooklyn, or James Harden when he went to Philadelphia, or if you can keep this, you can really just James Harden when he went to LA when he was playing with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Speaking of Paul George when he went to go play with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Those 3 guys didn't play a lot last year, but that happens a lot where the third star on a team or the third best player on a team has to take a step back and doesn't get to show their full talents because they're playing with 2 players like Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. And so, but the reason why everybody looked at Bradley Beal like, you're so terrible, this is a nightmare, is because the money he is making. He's going to make another $110 million in the next 2 seasons. Sure, 17 points per game is good. 18 points per game is good for a third best player on the team. But when you're making that type of money, that is horrendous. So I look at it this way. Beal can go into LA with the new team he's signing with on a 2-year, $11 million deal. And if Beal can play the way he has done in the last couple seasons for the Phoenix Suns, for $5.5 million a year, that is a steal for the Los Angeles Clippers. And I know Beal's making other money outside of that because Beal keeps $97 million from the buyout. Beal is going to make $110 million the next 2 seasons. He gets 97 of this from the buyout. The Suns are able to take out 13 mil of that. So sure, yeah, Beal is making good money even though he's only making $5.5 million for the Clippers. But this is not about what Beal's making. This is about what the Clippers are paying. And the Clippers are paying Beal $5.5 million a season. If he can come in and average 15 points per game at the minimum, maybe what he's done the last 2 seasons, 17 or 18, for $5.5 million, that is amazing for the Los Angeles Clippers. So I love the signing for the Los Angeles Clippers. And I also really like it for the Phoenix Suns to just put the Bradley Beal saga behind them. So I think it's a win-win for both teams. The Suns buying out Beal and the Clippers signing Beal. I really love what the Clippers have done this offseason. They did Partridge with Drew Eubanks and Norman Powell and some other smaller players, probably Amir Coffey, but look at what they added in. They added in Bradley Beal, Brook Lopez, John Collins. So I think they've done a really good job. And the hope would be for Kawhi to be more healthy than he was last year. I think anybody's got to be really impressed with what the Los Angeles Clippers have done this offseason. Let me know your thoughts on the buyout and the signing for Bradley Beal. This video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and peace out.